Everybody, this is your favorite rock and roll welder, Mr. Sawbladehead, and I'm back with another project of welding chains. Now, in my first episode, I showed you different techniques of welding different types of chain work. Now, this one I actually take you through the entire build of a piece of furniture that I wanted to do for my house for a little while because I actually need something like this, but I don't know the design, and I like doing some stuff like this where I really don't know the actual outcome is going to be. A lot of times I do know what medium. I'll actually look at a piece of material and get inspiration from that. But this one I'm actually going to be using 3/8 chain link, and I showed you in the beginning of the first video of certain techniques of how to get straight, how to get curvatures, how to get contours. So if you haven't seen that one, check that one on out. But this one is part 2, welding chain. Now you can have your design any way you like it. I like, if you really want to notice the chains, you pull that tight so there's no gap. Now if this is what the look that you're going for, by all means, it's your design, do as you wish. But for me, I like to pull that chain to its full extent. And what you're going to have to do, depending on what you're using to actually clamp this together, what's square tubing or angle, is that you are going to have somewhere where this first link, it's got a bolt right here. I'm going to use this as my main post. Weld this to my table. Line up my chain link. You can always tack weld one side of the angle and have the other one loose, so you can go ahead and be able to take it in and out, but your workpiece is still stationary. Got a good place to work from. So now, once all the links in the slot like I want, make sure that my angle is nice and tight up against it. Pull this thing tight. So when it comes to welding this chain link, this is 3/8 thick. I like to weld, now if it's just a decorative piece, once again, I can go ahead and just do the one side, but this type of thickness, I always like to do both sides and make sure that there isn't going to be any pull or flex or bowing. But it depends on the situation. But I will weld from inside here all the way through and down to there. Same thing with this side as well. And get all underneath and even on the back side. For this setting, so since it's 3/8 steel, I'm running at 320 inches per minute and 19 volts. Running about 157 amps. Now, usually when I'm doing a mic stand or a sculpture, typically with my mic stands, I always leave like this one link loose in case I do need to angle it for except where the mic clip is going to go, or if there's going to be another little prop piece on top. It gives me a little play of what angle I might want that at. So I'm going to start on this link right here. Now what I like to do is get the bulk in here and come down, because this way I get a nice smooth weld versus starting here where it might be real thick and then thinning out over here. I like to start, smooth it out this way. Alright, I'm narrowing down the design for this next piece, and I'm going to use this hook. So I got some flat bar underneath it to go ahead and level out the spacing. So I got everything all set. I'm going to go ahead and weld this chain link. I'm going to weld this solid right here. I'm still running at 300 inches per minute, 19 volts, 035 wire. Here we go. Now once again, this chain link is already welded solid, where this hook is not. If I start welding here, I might move this out of place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my weld on the chain link because it's solid, and then move the weld pool on over and start blending it in to this hook. So what I'm doing right now, I want this to be at a slight angle vertically, and I want it at a 90. I want it slightly tilted back. So I'm using the table as my flat edge. Is the vertical plane, is the horizontal plane. This way I will tilt it back probably about 10 degrees. Now I'm just going to go ahead and tack it to the table so I have a secure place to go ahead and work from, because I'm going to be welding each chain link individually as I go. At the end, and the reason why I want to weld all this up, I just like the look for this particular design. So let me get to it. For this pass, I actually dialed the welder down to 310 inches per minute at 19 volts. I think it's at kind of a sweet spot. Didn't seem to kind of kick back where I had to kind of really push it in. It just seemed to blend really well. I'm getting ready to weld this part onto the base. Let's just go ahead and sand off some of this coating. Also, because of the thickness, I am going to increase my settings. 350 inches per minute at 20 volts. Burn into this. This is a good, that's a good 1/2 inch thick right there, easy. Actually, it's a little bit bigger of an opening. I just decided I'm going to go ahead and weld fill that for structural just because I want it filled. So here goes. And then what we're doing, since this is so thick, putting all the heat and building this up over here, and then quickly touching over here just to get a quick pass while this cools just for a second. Build that back on up. And I should be doing probably about 3 passes. So 1. And then 2, and then that third one should just fill everything out. Everybody, well, I hope you enjoyed that build. It was a fun and exciting build for me, something cool that I can actually use in my house. Now, if you want me to go ahead and build something else here in the near future, please leave me some comments of some future projects and I'll see what I can do to make that happen. Now, if you have any questions or need help, please go to our forum at Weld.com/forum. Now, if you want to check out exclusive content, member perks and more, head on over to our channel and support the Weld.com community. Until next time, inspire, empower, create, and repeat. Sawbladehead out.